Now, I heard that there's a few doubts, or you still have a few of you might have some questions, right, regarding the subject, regarding the career. So, right, I would like to open the forum once again in case if any one of you have any questions, doubts before we start or we begin the session, right? So, right, as in the last demo or in the demo class, I clearly told you that in case if you have any doubt, questions, do not hesitate to put them forward, right? Please make sure that or whatever that comes in your brain, right, put it on your mouth, right? Don't hesitate to ask me anything, right? So tell me, any other questions, anything you have before we proceed? The class is complete silent. Any questions? Definitely not. I'm a little surprised here. All clear? Is it that we are good enough? Anything on the subject, anything on the project, anything on the certification, right? You can freely talk to me, no issues at all, right? I'm a person who doesn't get irritated very soon with all the doubts, right? So anything that you'd like to ask me, right, please let me know. I'll be more happy to answer those questions right before we move forward. Okay, I see that. Okay, so right, even though if you're not asking, right, I still see that. How many are there? So it's okay. We still have few more missing from the class, right? That might be because of the you know gap yesterday. So no issues. Now let me once again reiterate what we are going to cover, right? And what we are going to cover and what's exactly we are going to do, right? We will start with your consulting, right? That's the module where we will talking about sales, service, and marketing. We will cover the complete flow of Salesforce, how the Salesforce move, right? What are the things that happens in the Salesforce, right? What is the Salesforce flow, right? We will see what are the different development scope. Why we are doing it? We are doing it to understand what are the development scope that we have in Salesforce, right? What are the places of improvement? Then we will move to the admin module. That's where when I say admin, I've been repeating this again and again, right? Don't get an impression stating that the admin is a post deployment support project. That means after a Salesforce has been deployed, right? You will go ahead and support the project. That's called admin. No, here the admin also means any non-programming, right, development. That includes your non-programming development, right? So we will talk about, right, the non-programming development. That includes we will create relationships, we'll create forms, we will talk about uh, we will look on complete in-depth formulas, how a formulas is created, right, and everything. We will talk about it, right? So after the complete data management, security management, your reporting, dashboards, and everything is done, right? After that, we will move to your, right, especially we will move to your development. That's where we will cover complete development. That includes whatever you can think about, right? Includes your basic Apex. We will get into the in-depth Apex classes, triggers, badge Apex, schedule Apex, getters, setters, page control, SOQL, SOSL, right? JavaScript, Ajax, jQueries, right? We will also look on the polymorphism or let's say that OOPS concepts, and then we will jump on, right? The Lightning version, right? So we will see what are the different Lightning components available, how to create components, how to create an event, how to control, right? So all end to end, we will see, including the deployment, what happens in the deployment, how the deployment is done, how the packaging is done. So we will see end to end deployment. Next part, coming to the learning part, I mean, how we will implement the project, or what we are going to do, or now during the classes, how I'm going to teach. We will take up one of the real-time project which has been implemented almost, right, I can say about 3 years back. A project which you all can understand. I definitely don't want to take a complex project and try to create impression stating that wow, we are doing great, and finally you don't understand anything. Let's not land up in that situation, right? We will take one good project, right? One business, one line of business, or one vertical we will take it, which everyone can understand, right? How we implement a solution for an airline industry. Let's talk about it, right? Let's say that you got a Virgin Atlantic Airlines or Singapore Airlines wants to automate end to end their system, and they want to uh, go ahead with the Salesforce technology. How we are going to do that, right? What are the different requirements gathering? After the requirements, right, what are the stories and how to build those stories? The word stories means requirement. So we will talk about it. I will show you that all the customization configuration I will do in perspective to one particular line of business deployment. That's where we will go in. Once that is done, during this whole process, I will start giving you some real time issues. In between, I'll keep on giving you some incidents to make you understand what happens in the real time, right? What are the different issues that we get in day to day, Salesforce? What are the different issues? So that's where you will get a real time exposures, saying what happening in the, you know, uh, issues, what are the tickets that I get in my real time, what are the issues that my right when my users are using it. So what happens? So we will talk about those real time issues and everything, right? And in that case we will look on it and how to resolve it. So we will look all those real time issues. Not only issues, we will also look on the real time requirement. How does the real time requirement looks? Okay, I will open, right, certain tools. I will show you where the requirement is captured, how the requirement is discussed in the real time, how in the real time these are assigned to the user, to the developers or admins, how they do the development, and finally how does the development look. I mean, what is the output? How does the output look? We will talk about it. I will show you on the screen that this is the way the output looks and everything, right? So I will give you an exposure. I will open the real-time environment, right? I will show you that, see, this is how it looks so that you understand that this is what is expected from me. Also, if I get to join in a big multinational company, these are what is expected from me to do, right? This could be my something more or less. This could be my day-to-day work. So that we will be talking about, right? We'll be talking about that. Right. So, clear? Any question till here? I will give you the course material, right? Definitely that will help you for certification. I will give you the dumps, right? I will guide you on the certification. Those who want to appear the paper by themselves, I will clearly instruct. I'll give you what would be the syllabus, what could be the questions, right? I will try to help you as much as possible with the dumps and questions. I will share you 500 interview questions, right? 500 interview questions. By the way, those who are looking for a real time project, there could be someone who definitely wants a real time project. Now, for them, we will give them only after the course. After the course is over, I will conduct a small written exam to check your acumen, whether you are substantially, uh, you know, knowledgeable to support real time issues or not. You need to be with me for minimum 6 months. It's not that a real-time project can be done in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. No, you need to work with me for 6 months. You need to make sure that you're available to me any given time, accessible to me, right? There could be a scenario where I will mostly I discuss the issues weekly thrice, and that's in the night time when I come for my office, right? And especially that will be Indian time, right? Indian night time, somewhere about 11, 12, right? And it's not to all I can offer, right? It is only to limited people, maybe one or two max, I can offer the project. So whoever does the best and are very much interested, yes, I will. And that's the reason we have it on demand. However, the remaining, right, others, we will give you a project, right? When I say it's a real-time project, right? The project which has been implemented a year and a half back, we take up those projects, we change the name, we change some content so that it doesn't looks like that, because every project, before we get in, we sign the right non-disclosure agreement, NDA, right? Non-disclosure agreement, I sign it. And definitely you can understand that these projects are company specific. We just cannot roll it out like anything. It's not only at my organization. Any organization promising you a real-time project doesn't mean it's actually in the real time. Those projects are being implemented. We take up those projects, we modify them, and we give it to you so that, right, it doesn't create any issues with the real-time environment. Neither a client confidentiality is lost, or neither the development company who has taken the contract gets into issue, right? I believe that you all are enough grown to understand these, right? Even if you're expecting that somebody give you a live system to work, you are really setting a wrong expectation by yourself, right? Let it be realistic. I'm not talking about my own training classes, any training classes, right? If you're expecting that somebody will give you a live environment to work, right? Nobody will do that. Even somebody is promising you or giving it, you need to understand that these are fake. Tell me, anybody will give you a client system to you where you commit a mistake, or all the things that you'll be doing, do you feel that you'll be able to do it perfectly, right? Or I'll be in a position to manage those, right? Taking a classes and then managing those, to make sure that the programs are correct. What are the upstream, downstream effect of those programs that you'll be writing? Before we move to production, we need to think about all these things, right? How does this program will impact in the downstream application, in the upstream application, right? Without analysis, a thorough analysis, we don't push anything to the production. What are the different case scenarios? It has to be tested thoroughly. Do you feel that we anybody will do that just on a sake of giving you a real-time project? People will be fooling around, so don't get fooled. If you get fooled, then I leave it at you. That's your discretion, right? I am a person who will be complete realistic, and I'll give you a right expectation with everything. Whatever is right or whatever is wrong, I will be making sure that you are on the ground rather than showing you the sky. The sky is so big, this, that. No, we will not show you the sky completely. I will make sure that you get the reality and fact. And no institute, I bet it, no institute will give you a real-time project to work, right? It's not that. If it's a real-time project, you need to talk to the client, you need to be on the client call, you need to be on the grooming sessions, you need to be on the right story development session, right? It's something totally which I will show you, I'll explain you, but I might not be able to put you all into the real time. Right. I still see that there is a mic getting unmuted. If anybody disagree with me, can please go ahead. Yes, tell me.
No, I agree with you. That's true. Yeah.
Right. So please, don't get fooled in the market. People promising you wrong promises that we will give you a job assistant. You very frankly, it looks very rough. When I talk so straightforward, sometimes it look arrogant. Some people might feel that okay, the trainer is little arrogant or something. But I don't want to set any wrong expectation with you guys, right? My work is to give you the knowledge, and I'll make sure that I give you that enough knowledge so that you go ahead and put 3.5 years of experience in your resume and you start looking for your career, right? As I told in the last class also, if in an interview, if you're not able to clear the interview, right? There are only, two culprits. Either you, if you have not prepared, then you are the reason, or it can be me if I have not taught you anything. There could be only two reasons. That's it. There could be 10% of your luck, right? 10% of your, whatever you say, your attitude, behavior, right? Certain things, because most of you are now experienced, so you know about it. So I'm not pulling that communication skill or your attitude in between, in the 100% coverage, right? So 90%, it's you and me who is responsible for your job and career, right? So I'll make sure that you get everything from me, right? As I told you, maybe I'm coming bits and pieces everywhere, right? On the certification, if you feel that no, I cannot spend $200. Each certification cost you $200, the basic paper, and right, the advanced paper cost you $400. Remember that. That's what the price of Salesforce is. It cost you $400, right? I will share this course material, right, including, how much is the paper and all those differences. Wait, I'm scrolling down. I'm looking for the Salesforce paper itself. I'll be sharing this, right? Let us see what is the original fee of Salesforce, because we have been talking about, and I didn't discuss it. Now, this is the document which I didn't create it. This is a Salesforce certified original document, right? You can see that Salesforce certification. Now you see the course fee, that if you get, as I told you in the demo class, I am a certified trainer. I'm a 9.8 GPA A++ trainer. I have 1700 official hours of training. I have taken training for big multinational companies like HCL, TCS, right, Sierra Atlantic, Tech Mahindra, and so on. I'm just naming few of them. Now you see the fee here, right? 3,000 for your administrator. 4,000 for advanced administrator. 4 plus 3, $7,000 only for your administration course. 7,000 USD only for your administration course. Similarly, right, if you're a developer, you can see that 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, $10,100. Average 2 months salary in an average of an US IT developers, intermediate developers. $10,100 is total course fees, $17,100, including taxes. I will say that it comes to 17,000, roughly $500 course. We are giving it to you, right? Why I'm showing you all these things? So that you get to the reality. Let's not close our eyes and start drinking the milk and assume that nobody's looking at me. Each certification will cost you $200. You can see that, exam only, right? And advanced paper cost you $400, right? And you can see the number of days in the class, right? So every day 4 hours. 5 plus 5, 10, 15, 19, right? 22 to 25 hours of class, right? 2 to 3 on that. There'll be 2 hours of session and 2 hours of practical. So that's how we count the day. Total, we use 60 to 70 hours and we provide them the training. This is the worth course. You are getting it, right? I can definitely bet you that, we are not charging you this much amount. Far, 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 far lesser than this. And I also bet you that if you find a better trainer than me anywhere, it's not that overconfidence that I'm speaking about, because I'm in this market. I've been looking at different training programs. I sometimes go there, I heard from the people, and it's almost that I'm 10 years and I'm this in training, right? If you find better than me, please do not join here. Please go there. I'll be more happy that if you go there, right? So, right, this is what exactly I want to bring this out. I thought that, okay, before we get into the subject and stream, few of you might be thinking that, oh, we already covered this in the demo class, why I'm repeating this again, right? There could be some questions. The reason behind this is that, as I told you, I want an absolute free mind before you join the course, you get into the stream, right? Because it will help you to focus on the subject, right? Rather than, we breaking the bush everywhere. I will share all these paper contents. What is the original certification content? Syllabus contents. It's not my syllabus or big class syllabus, right? You can see that. What is the essential administrative? What are the prerequisite? What will you learn? And the second page will give you the course syllabus, right? What you're going to do in customization, security. See, I'm an admin 201 paper. This is customization, create custom profile, right? I might make it a little bigger so that you can see that. Define dependent pick list, customize fields, formulas, customize page layout, standard related, this one, user level security, right? Create and manage users, set organization defaults, manually share records, define workflow, right? All these things, whatever you're able to see, word by word, phrase by phrase, we will cover it. And we will cover beyond your imagination of what the syllabus is. That's what I want to call it out. And I'll share the sheets with you. All the sheets one by one. What is advanced administration? What are we going to do in advanced administration? Right? So you will get all these things, right? It's a 3 days classroom, advanced administration, but here it's not that, right? So you can see that customization, you can create custom field, right? So all your, you can see it looks to be same, define workflow, but no, it is different, right? So you can see that data validation, data utilities, analytics, that is nothing but your reports, wave analytics, we call them as. So we will be learning in depth all these things, right? You can see that 201, 202, 301, right? You have 3 papers in that advanced administration. I'm opening it because we will be covering all these things. Managing data, retrieving data, web, right? Web controls, right? Apex Visual Language Overview, Visual Force Overview. Anyhow, you learn all these things, right? Make CRM make easier, implementing workflow, create additional application, enforce, right? Repeatable process, audit process, right? This is more on governance. This talks about more on governance, right? So we will cover all these papers with you, Development 401, and I'll be making sure that each and everything in the syllabus is covered, right? As I told you, we will share, right, some 500 interview questions so that you go ahead and make sure that you, get through those interviews, right? Resume building, I'll share certain 10 to 15 resumes with you so that you start building your resume. As I told you, in case if you'd like to understand what project I should place, if this project I place in my project, what would be my roles and responsibilities, right? If somebody asks me, okay, tell me what have you done in your real-time environment, in that case I should be able to explain one to one, because everybody will not put the same project, right? Everybody would apply from different work experience you'll be showing, right? So in that case I need to have a one-on-one session, which we will do that. In case if you want, I will explain you your own project. I will explain to you how it is implemented in Salesforce. Anything you take in the earth, it can be implemented with Salesforce. I need not to have only a Salesforce project. You pick up a .NET project, we can build them in Salesforce. You pick up an SAP project, we can build them on Salesforce. Any technology projects also, we can build them on Salesforce. That's the first flexibility and confidence that you should build. That irrespective of my past background, I would be able to go ahead and mold myself to Salesforce and make sure that I get through, right? Same way, all the soft copies, I'll give you the course material. You will get a complete course material, right? Documents and everything, right? And any type of job reference. I have few consultancies available to me, right? Who does, ask for, right? Uh, who does ask for, resources, or in case they have something opening, they keep on asking me. So I'll help you on that, right? Absolutely, this course is fine. You need not to have any second thought. As I told you in the classes, big companies have implemented it. Big companies, from Coca-Cola to your Western Union money transfer, you name the company which you know, you will see that they are using Salesforce. From Singapore airport to Canon to HP, everybody is using Salesforce today, right? I've showed you right in the demo class. If you can review those PPTs again or the demo session, you can see that, right? Any question, guys? You might be thinking that, why I'm repeating this again, just to give you everyone once again the confidence saying that.
Hi Rupam, this is
Hey,
Shamin.
yeah, yep, tell me, Shamin. Sorry.
I just joined you and I know a little bit about the Salesforce, but the thing is, what that we are going to do, we are going to be administrator or we are going to be developer. What is,
That's depend on your choice. I mean, if
because
you are good in
like
programming,
I know what the developer is not good for me, but the administrator I'm thinking. So what
mhm,
is the prereq for the administrator?
right. So when you talk about the prerequisite for administrator, right? That's
Mhm.
what. Let me get into the slide itself. Right, where it is? Okay. You need to have a basic understanding of a system. As I was walking you through the admin course material, let's open admin 201. That's a Salesforce certified. Forget about my deck or my PPT. I'm getting into the Salesforce. You can see that, right? Prerequisite is solid understanding of Salesforce concept,
Okay.
functionality, complete online course in mandatory like CRM navigation,
Mm-hmm.
which we talk about consulting. I mean, in other
Okay.
words, we are talking about consulting, where you should know the complete flow of Salesforce, how the Salesforce is flowing, for what
Mm-hmm.
is sales, service, marketing, what is lead, campaign, how a lead is converted to an opportunity, how a quotation is created, how you link a price book to a product, and later we add this product and price book to a quotation, how from quotation we generate an order. All these end-to-end flow, it's mandate. Getting started with Salesforce navigation, getting started with Salesforce CRM sales module. That's what is the prerequisite as per your, and that's exactly what I'll be covering, right? And what I'm doing now, right? We
Mm-hmm.
started, we'll be starting up with, what is account, contacts. So you understand the complete flow, right? In other words, in my class, that is from the Salesforce perspective. But from
Mm-hmm.
my class perspective, you need to be a basic understanding of how the business to business work, how the business to customer work. That's
Yes.
it.
Okay.
And if you have basic degree, you are right for this course,
Sounds good.
right?
Oh
Any
yes,
other questions?
that'd be all, And the call for the how long this course gonna take?
This course is going to take, your whole admin would be a 1 month course, right? That
Okay.
we will start with consulting and 1 week on consulting. That's nothing but whatever the Salesforce document was showing you, the
Mhm.
basic Salesforce navigation, we call them as. We also call them as consulting module. So we will start with consulting and then we will move to the admin, which will take 1 month, a week and so here and there. So ideally, it should be 1 month. And
1 month.
thereafter, right. And thereafter, we will get into the development. That's
So,
where, right, we will understand the programming, where the programming is written, how it's written, right?
okay.
And, right, which would be again a 1.5 month course, right? A month and a half. So if
So,
though, Mhm, go ahead.
sorry, I'm interrupt you. Do if I just want to do the admin because if I don't want to development developer.
Your wish definitely is your wish, right?
Okay. Right.
It's completely your choice that you want. Those who want to do admin, right? They need to make sure that they complete the consulting and then they get into the admin, because
Okay.
that's exactly is the prerequisite, and they
Okay.
can move away or stop the classes. Those
Oh
who
yeah.
want to continue, right? Those who want to continue with the development, they can continue forward, right? Now, however, my recommendation is that, right, even though you're an admin, right, understand the development also.
Okay.
Why? Right? If you have seen that, when I've gone to the admin 301 paper,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm opening once again the Salesforce certified admin 301 syllabus sheet here, right?
Okay.
If you go to the admin 301 syllabus sheet, do you see something called as web control, force.com API,
Mm-hmm.
Apex programming language overview, Visual
Yes.
Force overview, right? And work with storage limits, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is something you can see that a topic is there called Visual Force Pages. Introduction to Visual Force Pages framework, Visual Force Pages components, controllers, incorporate Visual Force Pages to your CRM. Now,
Okay.
this is what? This is a programming. Visual Force is a program, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you see that this is still there in the advanced admin syllabus.
Okay.
Course outline, admin 301, advanced administration. That
Got it.
means as an admin, even though you don't do the programming, you still need to have an exposure how these programs are written, where it's written, how these programs are deployed, even though in real time you will not be writing the programming, but still tomorrow if any issues comes, let's say support project, right? You should be in a position to understand
Mm-hmm.
or identify the root cause where exactly the issue might have gone, right? A tentative root cause area saying that, okay, this looks like the page is giving an error, could be a code failure at the backend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this could be a Visual Force component issue.
Yeah,
So
got it.
you can,
We need to understand the log, You're
right?
right.
So you need to understand the flow. And as I told in my classes, in the previous demo class also, if you can review the video, every class that could be a admin, that could be a development class, I assure you that you will understand.
Okay.
You have my guarantee and my word. Even though if you have not done a single bit of programming ever in your life, you
Mm-hmm.
have never even touched the system of programming. I don't even know. By looking at the program, I feel that these are all Greek, French, and Latin. And I don't know what they write and how they write and what they do. Right? Don't worry about it. You will be with me, right? I'll make sure that you will start writing basic programs. You will get the confidence even
Mm-hmm.
though you're admin, but advanced admin, when you say that you are almost 5, 6, 7 years of experience, you put in your resume, then
Mm-hmm.
obviously we will expect that you might have little bit exposure during your work, because every work or let's say that every issue will not be, just, a configuration issue or a customization issue. There could be
Yeah.
some code issues, and, you might have seen at least couple of code issues, and the basic of code issues. That's what the company expects from you.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Okay.
recommendation is that even if you want to quit, want to make your career only with admins and everything, or you can say that I am an advanced administrator, right? I'm an experienced. I will still recommend you to go ahead with the development course, because
Okay.
these are the part, what we will discuss in the development, especially the Visual Force development. I will start with this Visual Force development.
Mm-hmm.
My
Okay.
recommendation, once again, it's not that I want to cut you or I want to get more fee, because if you join that one, then again you need to you need to pay some additional dollar there. So definitely I don't want, you know uh, I'm not getting into that intention. My
Mm-hmm.
intention is to make sure that I show you the core syllabus sheet of
Mm-hmm.
your Salesforce training and certification, so
Mm-hmm.
that you get a complete exposure that what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
So,
And
Rupam, to get a
Yes.
job, is it mandatory to have the advanced administration certification as well?
No. I will not say that. You need to have an advance. I know you will start spending $600, 200, because in Salesforce you cannot directly appear for 301. No, sorry,
Right.
you cannot appear for 301 directly. No, not possible. You have to appear first 201, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the basic paper. Then you have to go to the next paper, and finally the final paper. It's something like one by one step. So if you want to do a 301 paper, then you should have been paid $800. I will definitely not ask you to go ahead and pay $800. Do 201 paper,
But
right?
201 is 200 and 301 is 400, right? So that
Right.
makes it
That's correct.
600.
There's another paper in between. You're forgetting it.
So even that is a
You cannot
prerequisite.
you cannot jump from exactly from 201 to 301. You have 202 in between.
Okay,
So
so I
you
have
have
to
to
give
complete,
202
you have
as
to
well.
go step by step. 201, 200 plus 200 plus 400, $800
Okay, all
plus
right.
taxes. Then
So
you
so
became a
right now
complete
we'll have
certified.
to To get a job, it is enough if we do 201 and 2,
One
right?
paper, right? One would be enough. You need
One
not
is
to.
enough. Okay.
One if enough. You need to put on your resume and CV that you are a certified professional, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you have to put on your
Hey,
resume that you're a certified professional.
Ripon, one more
Yes.
question. You say
Mhm.
this is going to be 1 month duration, but how many days class is going to be and what day, what days?
It will be Monday to Friday, every day 1 hour of minimum, right?
Okay.
Monday to
Timing,
Friday, you will have complete classes.
timings?
Timings would be at same time. The today you joined at morning 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So now
Okay.
you convert to your different time zones,
Okay, got it.
the time zone you're in.
I
So,
got it.
right. So, any
Okay.
questions, guys? Certification, I will recommend you to do a certification if you are in US, because in US everybody runs behind certification because the client get a confidence stating that okay, he is a certified professional. Uh, you know, the company get confidence because they can bill you more. The billing per hour for certified professional would be another $10 or $15 more than, and right. And it's a basic. See, if if I say that you are a graduate, right, nobody will ask you that how did you become a graduate? Did you copy it? Did a mass copy? Did you do some manipulation? It's just a certification stating that yes, you are a graduate, right?
Yeah.
So with that we understand that you have a basic knowledge. So in a Salesforce certification also, they will understand that the client will get a confidence saying that, okay, he has a basic knowledge of Salesforce. He knows what is a Salesforce. I'm not hiring a, Tom, Dick or Harry. I'm hiring someone who knows Salesforce. And that's the proof with the certification that, yes, I know Salesforce, right? This is what is the confidence, because with a 30 minutes, client would not be able to judge you on complete concept many a times, right? They might not be that experienced from the client end. So that's the reason they would be preferring, right, a certification. And as I told you, if you fear to lose those dollars, right, if you feel that, oh, $800, and if I fail, what will happen, right? You need to reappear again with a 50% cost, right? And it's not always. You need to reappear the paper again with the full cost also, right? That depends on the offers that's going on, and Salesforce gives random, chances, and you cannot write it in the next day. You have to wait for 21 days, and then you have to appear for that. So if you feel that, then don't worry. At the end of the class, approach me. I will tell you how to complete your certification. Don't worry about it. Certification. If you're looking for just to pass, then I'll make sure that you pass. We have some contacts, and we'll make sure that you clear those, right? I've been in all Prometric centers and Pearson's and other examination authorities. So, right. So don't worry. We will give you all the required skill set that is required for you to pass the exam. Okay.
And
Any
generally,
questions?
how many percentage of people clear in the first attempt?
Oh, that's a good one. I know. Um, when you say ideally, when you talk about idle speaking, right? 1 minute, guys. Just give me a sec. My wife is here. Hmm. Sorry. Right. Now, what was the question? Sorry, I didn't heard.
Yeah.
Once again, I forgot.
So I said, what is the pass percentage in the first
Right.
attempt?
What is the pass percentage? It would be somewhere about 60 failure, 40 pass.
Okay.
So your meter would be inclined towards failure only, right? So, but if you prepare hard, right? If you prepare with the dumps and everything, as you are becoming intelligent, the Salesforce are also getting intelligent. So whatever the dumps questions are there, right? Many a time it doesn't appear there. So I've been off and on looking on it, right? So the Salesforce these days also getting very intelligent, right? With the technology, their intelligence is also growing up. They are also using AI, artificial intelligence. In
So
other
this is
words,
going to be multiple choices or is going to
it
be
would
some?
be a multiple choice on basic papers,
Mhm.
right? And on the advanced paper, you have two examinations.
Okay.
One would be practical, one would be theoretical,
Okay.
right? So if it's admin, advanced admin, they will ask you to create profiles. They will give you some tasks. and you have to do live on the screen for the 1.5 hour, right? So theoretical and practical. For advanced, for basic papers, it's all theoretical with multiple choice.
So this Salesforce administrator work just like a Oracle database administrator.
I will not say that. That's exactly the wrong conception here. As
Just
I
my,
started, right? In Salesforce, any non-programming development also comes under admin.
I got
That
it.
includes including automation,
I
right?
got it.
Workflow. There are a lot of automation tools available through which you can automate the complete end-to-end Salesforce. As soon as a customer is created, I want a welcome email to go to the customer. It's a work of an admin,
Okay,
right?
one more thing, like some of the application I know, like SAP, some module there, the front end configuration,
Mhm.
front page
Configuration
configuration.
and right customization there, right?
Yeah, what is this?
So it's almost same, but in Salesforce, you do have, other than this, an additional role of development also, non-programming development. You will design the form creations, the validations, right, on the
Ah,
forms, right? All these flows, UI screen, all this development would be your work, right?
I got it.
Some UI components, you will be creating it. So this
Okay.
covers, right, including your database backup, security concepts, right? All these things will be covered. So you have more than a support role. It's just not
Yeah.
a support role, admin. It is more than that. You will, in the development also, you will help the team to develop, right, almost many components. And thereafter, they will take those components and they will, try to twist those components with programming.
hmm Looks pretty interesting.
Right, there are a lot of things. I mean, I bet you that it'll be a quite interesting course, right? And by the way, right, I'm not sure whether you have gone with my demo class recording or not. I will suggest you to please go into the demo class recording. My admin will be sharing with you. Look on those demo class recordings, right? And I can
How,
give
how
you,
can I how can I get it?
my admin will send it, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll talk to her. This is
This is just a doubt clearation
Sri Devi.
around,
You're talking
right?
the Sri Devi.
Sorry.
Sri Devi is the admin. Who's
Right,
the
Sridevi is the admin. That's
okay?
correct. So just
I'll talk to
just
Sri
get in
Devi.
touch with Sridevi, BigClasses, and
Okay.
she will share those demo classes recording with you. Demo class.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
where we have been talking about, the complete Salesforce and utilization. So I thought to have a doubt clearance round before we get into the stream, so that everybody, comes with a free mind, stating that yes, this is uh, let's not have a dilemma, confusion, right? What I'm going to do, how we are going to do, what's exactly is happening here, right? What will be my role? Uh, So anything, right? That's the reason I thought that we will utilize this time, because
Okay.
once we start, we will not discuss all these things. We'll be core on the syllabus and we'll be keep on moving
And
ahead. Mhm.
after the course is over, Rupam, so you will be having one-on-one sessions for the project and resume
That's
building, right?
correct. That's correct. You got it absolutely correct. Not after the course. After the course, even if somebody promises, don't trust. After the course, there'll be new batch. Sridevi will be pushing a new batch, right, on my
Okay.
head. So, right. So within
Uh-huh.
the 80% of the course done, when we are towards the end of the course, we will start
Mm-hmm.
utilizing your time, right? I'll start scheduling additional time. We will create some additional time, right, to discuss.
Okay.
Maybe after the course, when I say after the class, let's say that 7 to 8 is the class. Maybe from 8 o'clock onwards, half an hour, every day, two or one person every day, right? We will discuss and we will look on it,
Yeah,
right?
because that has to be one-on-one because the
Right. I told
profiles
you,
are different, experience is
your
different.
professional experience is different, right? You have a different roles and responsibilities, so it will be a one-on-one. It will not be a, in a group. I cannot go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So you will have those sessions. Any other questions, guys?
And last question from my end is you have the administration and consulting. What exactly is the difference? Do you portray yourself as an administrator or consultant?
Right. When you say that, you will portray yourself, it's a mixed role. It's an overlapping role. See, consultant is the person who knows in and out of the Salesforce. In other words, I will define a word called consultant, this phrase, as a person who is knowledgeable. The word consultant means I can consult with you anything on Salesforce. If a client says that I'm looking for a solution, it is the consultant who will deal with that situation. Where I'm not talking about pre-sale, consultant, the people who are getting the project. No, I'm talking about after the pre-sale activity is done, the company identifies that there's a client who is looking for a project. That's where the Salesforce consultant will come in. He will understand the initial, what are the requirements of the client. In 2 or 3 meetings, the client will explain what they want, what they not, whether it is doable or not. That's what a consultant has to define.
So
Right.
it is basically more advanced than administration, and I think it's kind of an architect kind of a role.
Right. It's a kind of an architect kind of a role and everything. You need to know the complete in and out of the flow of the Salesforce. You need to know, how the Salesforce work, because you cannot be in a client environment with a client and you cannot say that I will get back to you after 2 days finding it. No, right? Consultant is a very senior role, to be open and very frank. It's something a senior role, or a mature role or an experienced role, where a company rely on any type of business requirement conversion to the technical terms. So it'll be you who would be, looking on all those stories, sprints, right? You will see that the development is happening as per the requirement or not, because it's you. The developers will not directly interact with the client. It is the consultant who will interact with the client. It is the consultant who will prepare those documents with the help of document writers. It's not that you will be writing the documents. The requirements analysis, the gap analysis, the planning,
That's the
right?
business
Something,
analyst role.
a business analyst, a PO role, right? Customer facing, client facing role, project delivery role, where you will be expecting, right? You will be conducting the UAT, right, on the client calls, right? So it's a mixed role, a matured role, where end to end, finally, the project delivery all be on you, right? It's something like a delivery manager, you call it as a PM role, right? Salesforce PM role, project management role. So these are, you know from every different role, bits and pieces are available or in consultant role, right? You can be a technical consultant, right? You can be a functional consultant. Again, functional consultant is complete functionality role, right? How it happen, how the flow will happen in Salesforce, right? The developers will come to you saying that, okay, how can I, client wants a feedback form, and based on the feedback form, we want the system to go ahead and create, certain things. How should we do that, right? So all the flow designs and everything you will explain. So that's a consultant role.
So we should not give the consultant
I leave it to you.
certification.
I'll no. That's the reason I'm going ahead with the, admin 201 paper, right? If you
Okay.
feel that you are already 10 years of experience, you have been working and you have been doing PMO project management work, you have been with real-time sprints, right, and grooming session, backlog sessions, you have been, pushing hard your developers, taking status, conducting UATs, right, understand the requirement, right? You're being an SME where you tell your developers that, okay, how to develop this, what are the how the screen will look, explaining the client requirement in depth. Such role if you are in, then yes, you can go ahead with that as a consultant.
Okay.
Hey, Rupam.
Yes, Jame.
Hi. I have two questions for you.
Mhm.
One is, do you show us how the promotion works from development to UAT to production? How that process works in Salesforce?
I will explain the complete process, how the development happen in DevBox or in the sandbox, from the sandbox, how you move to the staging environment or pref environment, from the pref environment, how you move to the production environment. I will explain you, right? I will give you the test also, how to write a unit test, right? How the testing is done, right? Yes, you will get those.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So my second question is also like at the end of the course, would we be having like a working solution, like something which I can show
Yes.
my
Yes.
interviewer
Yes.
or someone,
Definitely.
this is what I developed,
Definitely,
right?
you can have a working solution, right? At the finally, you will be right creating. We will be creating a solution, right? Let's say that a not very advanced, but a basic solution for a client or whoever you want to show. If you want to put your more interest and you want to develop it further, then I leave it at you. You can have a full-fledged solution, right? And you can start selling those solution. If you say that, okay, I want to be a freelancer, right? There are a lot of people who does a freelancer work. For example, right, one of my colleague, I'm in teaching, but he earns by freelancer. He goes ahead and he designs some softwares like project management. Why can't in Salesforce I have a project management solution? How can you maintain a project charter, project, all the tasks, deliverable follow-ups, right? uh, Components of a project. He has understood the whole project requirement, and he has built a solution in Salesforce project requirement, and now he gives it or he sells to the company. He goes to every company, and as a freelancer, and he starts selling the solution to them. You can make money out of it, right? You can do that, guys. I mean, literally, it's not that you need to get a job anywhere. You can take up a school solution, start an end-to-end school solution, how the school works, let's say that, right? How the parents will be able to interact with the school, right? On the homeworks, on the attendance, on the examinations and everything, school, college, whatever you talk about, right? Admission process, end-to-end solution you will build, and then you can start selling it to the school, saying that you hardly require 2 or 3 license. So it'll be somewhere about $100 a month. That's it. You just need an internet and a 4 license or 5 license, right? And others who will be core users, and remaining users will be basic teachers who will have a basic entry. So in $100 or $150 per month, right, you can have a solution which is backed up by Salesforce, where you need not to worry about your backup, your upgrades, your future upgrades, right? Technology change, nothing. All headache is Salesforce headache. You just keep on paying. You want to add more user, just add another $25 and add a user a month. That's it. How many you have? 20 users? Fine. So this is the way you can start selling a solution. You can yourself go ahead and start marketing your own solution. If it's strong, you can distribute the package, right? You can give a trial package, you can give them with a limited feature, you can give them a licensed version, and you can start charging them, right? On the platform you can build, right? So yes, your answer is, I gave you a big answer. Yes, we will have a workable solution, right? A basic workable solution, right? Whichever project that we choose, or whichever business or line of business we choose, people. Any question, guys? Remember that you're not here for what I'm teaching, you're here for what you're learning. So don't hesitate, ask it out. Let your neighbors, your peers, your colleagues go to hell. Let them go to hell. You don't care about others in the class, you just care about yourself, right? If you are not able to understand, you speak it out, saying that, hey, Rupam, looks like that I'm not getting anywhere, right? So call it out. Right, guys, any other doubts before we disconnect? And tomorrow onwards, we will be having a full-fledged classes. So please make sure that you come with a doubt-free, not a duty-free. I was about to tell duty-free, right? A lot of travelings in airport, duty-free shopping. So all doubt-free, right? As a trainer, it's a good course. Once again, I'm telling you, right? I'm not sure. I'm a little costly, right? I'll be a little bit more precise, right? But I'm reasonably costly. I'll not say I'm very costly trainer. It's very difficult to afford me or something. I'm a reasonably, right, compared to other trainer. I have focused myself, right? The knowledge that I'm giving, I will do the justification to what you're paying, to be open and frank. So hence, your fee is completely assured with me. That means in case if you are not comfortable any given time, we will give you feedback, 100% feedback. There's nothing that you need to worry about your fees anytime, right?
Okay, sounds good.
Any other questions?
Hmm. Not now.
Oh,
You
this is
know,
the
the
no,
thing,
no. I mean, anything
you
on the
Rupam,
subjects we will have it in the class. Yes, tell me.
Rupam, one thing I enjoyed,
Hmm.
you speak pretty understandable English.
Oh,
No
thank you.
problem. Yeah. Otherwise,
Okay.
I know I had a hard time sometime.
I
Uh,
do understand that. I know.
you speak
Awareness.
pretty good. Yeah, that's I'm glad.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So if you're, that's exactly what I'm looking. I mean, you need to understand me,
Yeah.
right? My words. And guys, if I go faster, I mean, if I speak fast, right? Just stop me and say that, hey, Rupam, slow down, right? I know that you know everything. Doesn't mean that we know,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Just stop me there, right? It's nothing wrong in that. I told you, I'm not a trainer who will feel
You're
bad
pretty
on.
good. You're pretty good.
So
I've
Rupam,
been in
coming
this
to this
training.
point,
Hmm.
I understand, someone in the class, maybe I am not that talented enough to understand everything.
Hmm.
So, what if I take some time? So, have you, taken that buffer time as well? So that, in case because of someone, this class taken to
Doesn't.
4 or 5 more hours, then what happens?
Uh, Definitely, in such case, what we'll do is that, right? I might schedule a one more session for you, right? Especially for you or you plus one or two, whoever feels that, there are certain things they are not clear. I will try to repeat the session in case if you don't understand one or two times, right? And that will definitely increase your course duration by number of days that we'll be repeating the session, right? Remember that I'm never in a hurry to complete a course, right? I'm not in any
Because
time.
you made a statement that Sridevi is going to push another batch to you. So,
That's see, I'm never in a. Sridevi will push the batch only when I tell her that yes, good to go, right? I'm giving you a general
okay.
flow. What happens? Tell me that she has not opened a charity, right? You need to understand this. It's a big organization that she is running. She cannot afford to keep me, locked for 6 months just for a one course. Will you
No,
feel that she'll
absolutely.
be able to
That I
sustain?
understand.
So
No, no,
you need to understand that it's all, we want to have a win-win situation where you win, we win, right? We have to balance
exactly.
those.
So
So
I like
I'm
the
never in a.
timeline that I'm looking is around, let's say, couple of weeks of time. You say 2.5 months, and probably we take 3 months
Yeah,
of
it will,
time.
it will.
That much of
See,
buffer is taken, right?
that much buffer is always there. I keep it. I always keep it. I already told Sridevi that it'll be a 3 months course, but in fact, I'm telling you it's a 2.5 months. So even
Okay.
she knows it. She's all aware of it. See, internal things we all are aware, which I don't want to disclose. Right? I don't want to in the starting itself. I don't want to give you that there is a buffer time or something. I don't want to give you that relaxation mood, saying that oh we have it. I just want you
Right.
to be in the super fast train sitting, right, rather than waiting for a passenger train to come in, right?
Yeah.
So see, anything on the syllabus part, your knowledge part, especially when I say knowledge part, I'm talking about each one of you in this class, each one of you, right? I'm not talking as a group, I'm talking as an individual one of you, right? It's my responsibility to make sure that you get the knowledge, right? So don't keep quiet. If you keep silence in the class, right? So that in the starting I asked any doubts, nobody was coming up with anything, right? Everybody was sitting quiet, right? So if you don't ask doubts, I will feel that everything is would have good. I would have started the class today, right? But actually, I meant this session today. I told Sridevi that okay, before we get into this whole stream, full-fledged, people coming up with all their boots and socks ready, stockings, uh, ready for a 100-meter marathon, right? Marathon, it's in miles, but just giving a small dummy example here. So I want them to. They should know. They should have. We need to have a doubt clarification session one, and that's the reason we posted it today. I said, okay, let's have a clarification round. Whatever the doubt, there's nothing called stupid doubt in this world. Everything is important. Right, guys? Anything else before we conclude the session and we say that, okay, we got uh, we got everything cleared, whatever we want, right? So can I drop this class with that understanding that you have your clarity and right we Then you take a decision. If you feel that yes, it's a good time, and yes, Rupam can teach with a feedback guarantee, my fees is safe with him, right? Even after paying, if I want to withdraw, I don't understand, I want to withdraw, then yes, he will support me. If you have that confidence, please join. Tomorrow, same link, same time. Yes.